Well, boogity, 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 bitch. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 2 of the Proto Marines. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. At the risk of just jumping in here, all cavalier, got our zero brush, got some white. We're gonna go for it. You with me? You know what? We need to change the music real quick. We've been listening to some Mega Man X Jazz. Ooh, by Metawraith. Awesome stuff. But at the moment, we're gonna look up, where is it? Proto Man's theme, the sad jazz version by Sebastian Romero. You did an awesome job, dude. If I can remember, I will put the links in the description. Give us some inspiration and a reference since he has Proto Man up on the screen. All right, and here we go. The first mark has been made. So that will be the first. That will be where the first spike goes. I tried to take care of my nose, guys. But if I still sound wonky, it's because allergies suck. Anyway. I swear, dude. This stuff dries very quickly, too. It's a little annoying. We're going in very quiet with this one, can you tell? It's like the nerves are waking up and being shocked. It's like, don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up! It's always nerve-wracking when you're trying to do something like that. I try to let my brain go numb. I try to let the static take over. Or just the silence. Or even just the music that's playing. Sometimes you gotta hone in on your Bob Ross. Or anything that brings you zen. That's what we gotta do. Is you gotta hone in and hold on. Now the challenge is gonna be to fucking match this stuff. Alright, so it comes out to about there. And why is it important to match that? Well, so that when you're looking at it, it doesn't really come off asymmetrical. If it's not supposed to be asymmetrical, don't do it. But I usually get one angle down and then the other one does not work. It's almost like that. Well, you tried to recreate what you did, and you can't do that, and you gotta just do it what you did. Oh my god, look at that. That's awesome! That's awesome! Sorry, I know I'm stroking my own here, but that looks great. Now we also have to do the top, the forehead spike, or whatever you want to call it. All right, we got those wing tips. Any goth girl would be jealous. Any emo girl, would be jealous. You're welcome, ladies. I'm going to try to go kind of shallow with it. Just bring it to there. Now I remember the white that I used that gave me that crappy pauldron on the Mark III. No, I don't. I was thinking of the wrong white. Look at that! Look at that! Here, I'll bring her closer for you. Look at that. That is freaking awesome. Now all we gotta do is hope that we don't fuck it up when we go back in there with the red contrast paint. And, ooh, that's gonna look good. That's gonna look damn good. See, do you see why I want to do this for a living, guys? Because it's that feeling right there. You're trying something new, and you fucking nail it. And it makes you feel good. You almost get cocky, and you don't need to get cocky. But I'm just saying, dude, it feels awesome, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I'm sorry. Contrast, bow red. Let's do this shit. All right. You know what? Let's do his arms first. Not hitting those elbows. We're just doing the hands and forearms with the bow red. And his feet up to his knees. Well, I should say, I guess, including his knees. Because that is Proto Man. He's got all of that red. And this red does come out a little, I want to say a little darker than what you might see on the reference. But actually, I think it comes out quite nice. And I was looking at something the other day. I was really thinking about this. Watching some people paint some minis. And my God, the layers that they were putting on. Now, don't get me wrong. They were doing fucking great work. But after a certain step, I was like, dude, why didn't you just do this color and then do these couple of layers to it? You could have cut out like 5 things. And I understand, you know, you're laying down your base work, then you're building the color up and everything like that. However, I feel like you could have gotten the same result with less paint and less time. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and that's fine. I would love to be wrong, because that means I would have learned. I would have been like, oh, okay, so it's not that simple. It's not just, why don't you just do this? Well, fuck, damn. All right, that's what I'm going to do. If it's not that simple, then I don't want it to be that simple. We're pausing for music. Let's see. I'm loving all the Mega Man stuff, but you know what? Blade Runner blues. Since we're painting blues anyway. What was I thinking? Right. The people painting their minis and then they're just building up all these layers, which I really did. I'm sorry. Not sorry. I felt was unnecessary. If I'm wrong, great. If not, great. Was I going to do what they were doing? And no, I wasn't. I don't really want to copy other people's work. There is a fantastic guy that I follow on Instagram. His name is James. I can't remember his username off the top of my head. But he paints Grendel Marines. If you don't know what Grendel is, it's Matt Wagner's Grendel that we're talking about here. One of the best comics I'd ever read. It is my favorite comic of all time. And I'm so mad that I never thought about doing Grendel Marines. And he beat me to it. He fucking did it. And he does some awesome artwork. And I'm like, damn it. Now I can't do that. But he was painting. He showed off some more that he did just the other day, and I was like, "Yo, you're really making me want to paint these," and I think I'm gonna have to. And I don't like to. I don't like to do that. Just recently, I'd had a real good learning lesson. I can get into that in a second. But yeah, so he was all for it. He was like, "Yeah, dude, go for it. I can't wait to see what you got." Hopefully, he was not just being polite and like secretly does not want me to paint his own chapter. Especially if you're trying to get recognized for the work that you're doing, I would. I know it would come as a blow, at least to me. I just know it. If I had my Kaiser born and some dude was like, "Hey, I fucking love this. Can I do one?" And I go, "Yeah, dude, go for it." And he does one, and it goes like Warhammer viral. I will get forgotten about. At least that's what I feel like. I would get completely forgotten about. And yeah, I'm sorry. That blows. I put in the work for it and everything like that. But then this superior painter comes along, and I'm not calling myself superior to this other guy. Don't ever get that wrong. I don't know. We're not, for those of us that are putting this out there, I feel like we're not just doing this because it's a hobby. We're doing this for a certain reason. And anyone who says you're looking for attention and that's wrong, why else are you posting it? Of course you're looking for fucking attention. If you're looking to teach, you're looking to gain the attention so you have an audience. If you're doing it to win awards because you think you're an awesome painter, okay, you're looking for that attention. I don't know. It's a whole messy, muddled subject, and I don't know why my brain just went on that tangent, but it did. It really, really did. But I would really like to paint the Grendel Marine. I am really glad that the guy said, "Dude, go for it," because I would love to. And I've really thought about doing a YouTube series on it. That one, I would ask again. I wouldn't just do a YouTube series on it. I would ask him, because the Grendel Marine is not my idea. And he hasn't put it out there on YouTube, as far as I know. And I don't want to steal his thunder. I want him to get all the credit necessary for that. Man, I've been trying to battle my nose, guys. If I sound clogged, I'm very sorry. There's almost nothing worse than listening to someone be nasally. But we're trying, folks. We're trying to keep it on. But you see why I like this color scheme? It's fucking great, man. You get this red. It's contrasting with the gray. It doesn't look bad. It's not an eyesore. When you think Proto, you're looking at the color scheme and everything, and you're like, yeah, kind of is. Kind of looks like, a nice little prototype feeling. It's not like they just went with one color like Mega Man. He's just blue. He's different shades of blue, but he's fucking blue. Which I thought was funny. You have Mega Man, who's named Rock, and he's all blue. Then you have Blues, Proto Man, and he's red and gray. I don't get it, but he does stand out. I fucking love it. I have another idea for a homebrew based off of Mega Man X and his first armor. I will be doing that sometime. I already have the thumbnails made for that. I'm going to try to split that up because I know I'm doing... we just got done doing the Zero mini from Bearded Bison. I know we just did a 5-episode series on that. And then here I am painting a Proto Marine, something else based on Mega Man. And I don't know if people are going to get tired of that and whatnot. I'm not trying to let the obsession ride too long. Because for me, well, the obsession with the Mega Man stuff has definitely slowed down. I'm not playing Mega Man X every day anymore. Still haven't beat it. Because if you haven't heard, I suck at side scrollers. I just have not beat that yet. So that is what it is. Let's get that. Yeah. There we go. All right. And I know my ADD just jumped all over the damn place. But damn it. We're rocking, we're rolling, and now we're going to try to do this helmet. I did have fun doing that Mega, or that Zero Mini. That was a good time. It was a challenging time. It's part of the reason why you guys haven't seen me do anything besides Space Marines. Not gonna lie, I'm a little scared to try anything else right now, because I'm not tooting my own horn, but I know I'm good at painting Space Marines. And honestly, when it comes to everything, they're my favorite thing to focus on anyway. They have the most attention, they have the most lore, which, I mean, duh. It's Warhammer, of course they're going to pay attention to them. Of course they're going to give lore to them. It's just, I know what I'm good at, so I've stuck to my guns, and I need to branch out, and none of the other models have stuck out to me. Like, yeah, I want to paint that. Like, none of the Necron stuff really has jumped out at me. I had an old work acquaintance that wanted me to paint the Necron King, the Silent King. They wanted me to paint that for him, and I was like, dude, that's a pretty big project. Are you sure you want me to do that? You know, I don't want to charge you for the Marine as well, or for the Marine. Oh, but that did just cue up what I was going to be talking about earlier. But I guess I'll finish my train of thought here. So, yeah, he wanted me to paint the Silent King, and I was like, I don't know, man. If you buy it, whatever. If I buy it, of course, it doesn't matter, because the price will be worked into it either way. Because I'm not going to buy that and then only charge you for my work. I'm sorry, you're buying the goddamn Mini. And this was about a year ago. He was like, you know, I want you to paint it. I've seen your work, and I would love for you to do that. And I was like, hey, I would love to give you something. However, I've never painted Necrons. This is a giant piece by miniature standards, and I don't want to screw it up for you. I don't have all the paints for it. Almost every excuse I could come up with, because I was afraid of it, and I even told him that. I was like, dude, I'm very intimidated by this miniature. So I need you to know that. I need you to understand that. And we ended up losing contact anyway. He ended up being quite the judgmental Jeremy. That's not his name, but I was trying to think of a Negative Nancy type of situation. And I'm like, yeah, you're a judgy Jerry. And I just didn't have any time for that. Basically, he was very condescending and assumed I didn't know what the hell I was talking about with certain things, but that's more personal and everything like that. Anyway, yeah, so basically I just kind of stopped talking to him. Whew, look at that. That looks great. Yeah, we made the right choice there, man. That looks fantastic. So anyway, I just had some guy, no names of course. He wanted to. Oh, I just spilled paint all over myself. That's cool. Good thing we have napkins on standby. Ah, it stained me. Look at that. Bow red got me. I don't know what happened. I wasn't paying attention. I was zoned out, starting to tell you guys about the guy who wanted some work commissioned. So anyway, he saw a piece of mine online, and he was like, "Yo, I love this. Do you have any more?" And I was like, "No, I don't actually. That's the only one I have done, but I would love to do another because I had a lot of fun painting that." It was my Team Rocket Marine. So we started talking. He wanted a little, like, a 5-man unit team of that, and I was like, okay. He was like, buying the one Marine's a little expensive, and I was like, yeah. So if you want an actual group, if you want a squad or something, it's gonna be a lot cheaper for you to just place an order for a 5 or even a 10-man squad. And I gave him the same prices that I have my Carcharodons listed as. So I was like, at least you'll just get the same pricing. But it's whatever. And what did he do? So he liked that, and then he started to like other stuff too, which is good. However, he started asking if I could do these things. And I was like, well, probably. But what are you getting at? We're going to go back to that Mega Man X Jazz. Like, what are you getting at here? And he would like a kill team of some Marines, but then he wanted to switch it to Krieg. He wanted like 5 Krieg and a Krieg Commissar, but he wanted them Team Rocket themed, and he wanted the Commissar, like Giovanni, and then he wanted some Orc. What are they? The Squigs or some shit like that. The little monsters, because somebody had painted them to look like little Pikachus. He was like, yeah, and then I would like a bunch of these. And then he wanted something else to go with it, and I was like, dude, whoa. He wanted orcs. He wanted the Ash Ketchum orc, and I was like, look, dude. And he sent me all the reference pictures, and they were minis that were painted by people. Except for the Krieg, he had actual minis to reference, and he sent them all to me, and I was like, look. He's like, what do you think I could do? Or what do you think this would run me? I would love to do all this. Because he wanted to play with this. That's great, man. However, and I hit him with an outlandish number. We're talking over 400. And he was like, oh, I see. Well, I'll have to think about this. I know it's expensive. Thank you for He was trying to be polite because we had more or less a pretty good conversation and whatnot. But before that, I was starting to get a little irritated with him because he had changed his order like 3 times. And I was like, look, man, I need you to understand this. You're coming to me wanting to kit bash a whole bunch of stuff. You want me to take some Krieg. You want me to take some Squigs. You want me to take some Orcs. You want me to get a Commissar that isn't made anymore. I cannot find the Krieg Commissar anywhere. I don't know where that is. If anything, I'd have to get it off of Etsy. I just have to find someone who makes that. Or you can, get this other... You could get the regular Commissar, and I can make him look like Giovanni, because that'd be a little easier than the Krieg one. And so, yeah, I hit him with the number. It was over $400 because I'm sorry, I don't have these kits. For me to break up a Krieg set is, to me, outlandish because the Krieg are very valuable. I'm still needing to finish my Krieg army that I was, or my Krieg kill team that I was doing. I was painting them to look like World War I Germans, go figure. I'm not doing the blue coat or anything like that they'd been changing them to. I don't know. There's been a whole lot of miscommunication when it's come to them. But either way, woohoo. It got out of hand. And I was really getting irritated. And the fact that you wanted me to copy other people's work, that was starting to irritate me too. And I was like, wow, so this is kind of what tattoo artists might experience. When someone just comes up with something, they're like, hey, I want that. Well, I can give you something like that. And they're like, no, I want that. Well, that's someone else's work and their artwork and their style and everything. And if I just give you that, I could be taken to court. I believe it's happened before. Over tattoos and things like that. Like, you can do the same piece, it just has to be changed enough and it has to be in your own style. And the fact that he was coming with all these different ideas and he was very excited, and I love the fact that he was excited. I wanted him to play with his boys. They were getting into 40K. You're wanting to have your own little custom team. You don't want to build them. You don't want to paint them. That's awesome. It gives me work. Gives me a chance to show off some skill. And it's more work I could put on my resume that I have done when it comes to being a professional painter. However, I don't have any of these kits. I can't promise that I could sell any of this stuff. Especially when you want to take one orc out of that kill team box. Are you fucking crazy? You want to take 3 of the Krieg out of that kill team box. What? And then you want the squigs. You only want a couple of them out of that box. Okay, so for me to pull this off, I'm sorry, but I will end up in the negative. Because I'll have to buy all these, which one of them was $100, the other one was $40, the other one was $50. If I buy them in the store to support my local game shops, they're even more expensive. And they don't even have certain ones, so I have to go to Amazon anyway. So that's why I hit him with the big number. So I was like, I'm sorry, dude, I can't pull that off and make a profit. I'm running a business here. You have to understand that. He did understand it, and I think that's why he didn't push it, and he didn't try to bitch me out or anything like that. He was just like, oh, I wasn't aware it would be like that, so I'm going to have to think about that, which means thanks, no thanks. I get the point, because I just drove it home for him. I was like, well, that's going to cost you like $470. So I'm sorry, dude. I'm not taking the fucking hit just to give you what you're looking for. Because most of the conversation, you don't know what you're looking for. You're seeing all these ideas and you're getting very excited. And it's awesome that you're getting excited, man. But we can't do this. We can't do it like this. All right, I need you to pick something. And you're not going to be able to actually play kill team if you have Krieg and an orc and some squibs. Like, that doesn't work. I need you to do your research. Now, if you guys are just going to roll some dice and have individual things and just have fun, you can. That's great. By all means, do it. I don't know. It was a whole big thing. So I was like, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to cover the cost of all of this. And you want me to copy other people's work. And I had factored in, my cost of painting and everything like that. And I had actually given them a little bit of a discount price on my painting to try to bundle it all together, and it still came out outlandish. And I felt bad for it. I really did. But then I had to force myself not to feel bad, because I was like, I'm sorry, man, but I've got a business to run here. And I can't do all this work for you for free. I'm going to take a hit on that, and I'm not doing that. But either way, I think you got the point. And if he's watching, I'm sorry, man. I wanted to help you out, but I got a family to watch out for. I can't take that kind of monetary hit. But with that story being concluded, I guess we will see you guys on the next round. I honestly am so stoked on how that helmet turned out. We still need to do the gunmetal. I just poured out some leather, so we're going to do the pouches on the back. This might end up being a 4-episode series. I'm not sure because I still have to do transfers. But either way, I will see you guys on the next round. Voidfather, guide their brush. People who are looking for commission paint, please be understanding, especially if it's 40K. That stuff is not cheap, dude. And I do not keep all those kinds of kits on hand. Okay, I have things personally, but I also have things that I'm going to paint and sell. And of course, a lot of these ones back here, I haven't been selling because they're my personal projects. But either way, everyone just try to be understanding. I'm very glad that that guy was nice. It's just, it's a wacky world, guys, and nothing's free. So let's not talk anymore on it. Let's not dwell on it. We'll be back next week, like I said, with the next Proto Marine and the next phase. So let's get this pig, kick it, and go!